Hello, everyone. I'm Plasma Warriors. You may like to call me that guy with the afro. Okay, so YouTube kind of crapped out on me on my live video feed, so I'm doing this on a bit of a recording. Still doesn't really matter because the bottom line is Astros win! 2-2 now is the World Series, and I'm going to quickly talk about Game 3 before I get on to Game 4. And believe it or not, I thought Game 4 was exciting for all the right reasons. I think I know why. Game 3, the same thing, but I want to go ahead and say this now. A lot of people have doubted Zach Greinke's ability to pitch because, hey, it's postseason. He hasn't exactly done his job then at that point. But remember, he nearly had a no-hitter at the end of the season. In fact, a little bit of trivia. If he would have gotten that no-hitter, it would have been the third no-hitter the Astros pitched in the entire season. And it would have been the third no-hitter the Mariners had thrown on them in the season. So it's kind of like if that would have happened, would have been double history. But that didn't happen. Greinke pitched masterfully. I'm autistic, okay? Give me some slack. In Game 3... And then Robinson Chirinos, the solo home run that hit the foul pole, pretty much sunk the Mariners down. Astros won 4-1. A lot of good base hits, a lot of good at-bats, a different approach in these last two games, and it really paid off. So Game 4, it was over by the end of the first inning. Who are we kidding? I mean, seriously. I could easily say, yeah, the Nationals had some kind of chance. No. This was the opposite factor of Game 2, where it was over later, it was over sooner. When you strung together those base hits and got 2 runs, it was just, at that point, this is over. Or you got the feeling, oh boy, here we go. Here come the Astros. Here they go. But what are we going to say about this game other than top of the 7th? 1 out. Alex Bregman, who has been doing, he's gotten big hits, but they haven't been spectacular. Remember, he got the RBI in the top of the first. The moment that ball left his bat, I think it's somewhere in New Jersey now. I really do. I mean, the Chirinos shot was pretty good, but that was the last straw. I've talked about sometimes game breakers. That was a backbreaker. At that point, this series is tied 2-2. I mean, it was over in the first inning, I believe, because all the hits the Astros strung together. Nationals couldn't stop them. It was, everything was just deflated in that building. Remember, it's the Nationals Park. After that ball landed. In fact, Bregman just pointed his bat at it like, yeah. So, let me get down to the point about it. How about Jose Urquidy? How about that guy? I gotta be honest with you. When you needed somebody to pitch you 5 innings or more out of the bullpen, he delivered 5 innings of shutout baseball. Probably the best pitching performance, period, so far of anybody in the World Series at this point. The rookie from Mexico, only the 3rd starter from Mexico ever, who was born in Mexico. I give props to that, And generally speaking, this game, all the problems the Astros had in Game 1 and 2. I mean, Game 1 was close. Game 2, Astros didn't really put anything together at all. All the problems that the Astros had in Game 1 and 2, and the Yankees had all the ALCS, the Nationals started having in the last 2 games. Runners in scoring position, they had 1 hit, I believe, the whole way. And that hit was a single just to drive in the runner, get the runner across from second to third, and then the RBI ground out. That wasn't a hit, but you get the idea. It was the only thing that felt like the Nationals did anything good this whole game. They really had nothing at that point. But generally speaking, you kind of want to get that run back. Want to get that want to get that run back. I mean, you got a 3-run lead. That's a save situation. It didn't matter because of Alex Bregman. He just said, I'll get that run back. And add on another, and add on another, and add on another. With one swing, 4 runs. And believe me, I just looked at it like, oh, yeah. Yeah, he's back. He's actually hitting the ball way better now. So I'm a little happier that my prediction about Alex Bregman being the MVP is still plausible. I mean, if you would have told me that, who would the MVP be at about halfway through this game, I would have said Robinson Chirinos, obviously. 2 home runs, the shot in the 4th inning that really set the Astros in motion. But I think now you got to think about it. Alex Bregman started the last game with some RBI. He did well to get some movement in game 2. Now he just crushed that ball here in game 4. He's now my pick for MVP. Of course, game 1 and 2, you would have said Ron Soto. Now it's Alex Bregman by far, and it's going to take a little bit of convincing by a pitcher of some kind of quality for the Nationals to change my mind now. Either Scherzer or Strasburg have to pitch like madmen in games 4, if not 4, 5, and 6. That's right. We're going back to Houston, and that's a big, big turn of events. I mean, I said the Astros can do this. I said it in game 2. I'll say it again. The Astros can get this done. My Astros in 5 prediction is gone, obviously, but still, you get the idea. They can still win this series. This series wasn't over after 2 games. They had that closed-door meeting and changed everything. They actually did their job. Get back in the series after game 3. Now you have the momentum. Now you are the team to beat. They're going to have to go back to your place regardless of what happens. But you see what the Astros did the last 2 games. Stop the deep pitch count. Stop trying to get the Nationals bullpen involved. They're going to get involved eventually. That's not what I'm worried about. Put the ball in play. Actually swing on good pitches. Drive it and see what happens. And if it weren't for a ton of, I gotta give one prop though. I really do. To Victor Robles. If he doesn't make some of these plays, this game's a 12-1 advantage Astros, because he had a ton of great catches in center field. I give him props. I mean, he really did his job out there in the outfield. Not so much hitting, I don't think. I'm going to check on that. Yeah, 4 outs straight up. But he's made some defensive stays that if he doesn't make those plays, this is a blowout even further than 8-1. So here we are, game 5. It's Scherzer and Cole round 2, and I don't expect Cole to be nearly as flat as he was in game 1. And he still kept the Astros in it. I mean, yeah, the last 2 games he hasn't had his best stuff. Scherzer, he'll be okay. I still think, though, the way the Astros are finally getting it together, they're not making the excuses that I got mad at A.J. Hinch anymore. We're going to hit. We're going to be better than you. Stop us. If you can't, well, so what? We're going to win games 5 and maybe 6. And in sure fairness, though, the advantage now goes back to the Astros. You're going to their place again. We know that. But even then, this was the bullpen game. And Ukiti got the win in a brilliant performance. I mean, magnifique performance. So absolutely the Astros deserve this one. 8-1 final. Series tied at 2-2. And you got to say, yes, the Astros now have this to lose. I mean, the games 1 and 2, yeah, the Nationals had it to lose, and now they're in trouble. I mean, this is a 3-game series, and really, you're going to put your best on that side. You're going to put your best on the Astros side, and let's see what happens. I still like the Astros. I really do. I think people just forgot this series was a series after 2 games. Well, nope. First team to win 4 games wins. Now it's the first team to win 2 out of 3. I like the Astros to win that. I still think Alex Bregman has more to prove. He got mad after a few innings, and then as soon as he pointed his bat, I'm going to tell you, that's the turnaround for this guy. He already had some good at-bats, but that one, I think, pretty much crushed any chance of the Nationals winning Game 4. Again, we're going to see what happens. I still like the Astros. So, again, sports isn't my forte, and I'm sorry I'm a little late about Game 3. Of course, YouTube tried to crap out on me. I apologize on that. I really do. I want to make sure I get these on time for you guys. But anyway, Game 5 tomorrow. I'll have another reaction then. Like, share, and subscribe for more content. Again, not my specialty. I'm behind on some other videos. I have to write a script on one, and then something else came up here in San Antonio that now I might have to get into. I'm not really sure what the situation is. I'll see what happens with that. But right now, no matter what I say, series tied 2 games apiece. Game 5 tomorrow. Game 6 in Houston Tuesday. Until we see each other again, later.